Say food plot seeder 3 times. Food plot seeder, food plot seeder, food plot seeder. This is really cool. We really love this thing. We're super excited to try it. This is our first time. We're going to plant our 3 pastures with Bahia grass. And the first thing that we learned straight out of the gate is it's all about the calibration. Hey everybody, welcome to Yellow Dog Farm. So this thing is really popular with hunters because you can go seed a food plot for animals really quickly. It's got a disc in the front, it's got the seeder operation, and then it automatically buries the seed underneath it. So we like it because we just got a small farm here. We're just a hobby farm. The largest and only field we have is 12 acres. And then our horse pastures are 3 acres apiece, and we have 3 of them. So this is just the right size for us. For you guys that have a real farming operation, this is clearly not the thing for you. You need something that's probably 3 times wider than this. At least that's what I saw at the John Deere dealer, and they had one of these sitting on the side. So once again, the way it works, all at once, disc, seed, and then you put the seed into the ground. So we brought this into the barn here so that we could make sure that everything was level. And now I'm going to show you a couple of features about it. So this gearing is all around putting seed into the ground. So if you just want to use this as a disc, you can take this pin, and right now it's isolating the seed tray. So what you do is you take this pin out, you just drop it in this location, which it's not straight now that we've been calibrating. It just drops in there, and then it engages the seeder. So we'll go ahead and finish our calibration. I'll show you that, and then the last thing we'll do is we'll pop this back on there and put the cover on, and we'll be off to the races. The way that this seed tray works, you can see the gearing here, and then it's just got these plastic tubes that drop the seed down to the ground so they can be planted. And we were experimenting with it. We had adjusted the disc, and we were disking over our field, and we already tore one of these tubes off. So the dealer was kind enough to loan us a tube of the right diameter. But if I were you, the first thing I'd do is go buy some of that tubing and put it on your shelf as a spare part. So we're going to buy 2 or 3 more. The one that we ran over is pretty mangled, because the first thing it does is it drops down on the ground, and this thing did its job, and it punctured right through the darn plastic and wrapped around it. So I had the pleasure of pulling this off of these spikes that you see down here. So get a couple of these. So here's the seed tray itself. Come take a look. It's got each of these pocket areas where the seed drops down into, and we're planting Bahia grass today, so you can see it's a pretty darn small seed. And of course we have 50-pound bags, so we're going to go ahead, and the first thing that we learned with this is the calibration process, and it's really important. So what you do is you take these first 2 seed pockets, you go ahead and turn the crank and dispense seed in the 2 tubes, and then you weigh it to make sure that you're getting the right broadcast amount. So it's a little bit of trial and error. Like, we know we want to do 50 pounds an acre. So we already tried this, and it took us about 3 tries of playing around with the adjustments. We had never done it before, so we started out way too small, and we started to look at the table and understood what we needed to do. And then really 2 more adjustments, and we were within just a few pounds per acre, so we decided that was good enough. So I'm going to show you the process we go through. They have a little catcher tray that's with the equipment, and we quickly found that it's interesting but not that helpful. Or I'll say it's not as fast. So it's got this tray where you can catch seed with the first 2 tubes. You just put it under here, catch it, and then you weigh the seed. Don't bother getting this thing out. We just used a bucket. And so you put the bucket underneath 2 trays. Now here's the lesson. Don't let the planting device catch on the bucket. It won't go anywhere and you start cursing. So we went ahead and used the bucket, and it's way, way faster. So once again, you cover the 2 holes with seed. You turn the crank 2 times to dispense the seed. 2.5 times to dispense the seed. Gather it, and then you weigh it. Okay, so we've got some Bahia seed in the seed tray, and I'm going to go ahead and rotate this 2.5 times, and we'll collect the seed down below, and then we'll weigh it. So here we go. And one thing to watch out for is this spike drum that gets the seed into the ground. It wants to keep turning, so slow down after 2 turns. Here we go. One rotation. Two rotations. And would you get a picture of that spinning if you can? There's 2.5. So grab that, and you can see about how much we got, and we popped it in the scale and measured it, and it was about 2 ounces. So then what you do is there's a table in the manual that tells you here what to do. So you take those ounces and you multiply by 373.4. We did that, and we get about 46 pounds a bag. Or sorry, 46 pounds an acre. So that is just really close to what we're looking for. So we think we're all set. We're going to go load this thing up with some seed and go at it. Okay, here's our Bahia seed, and I screwed up and asked how much we spent on the seed, and it's just shy of 100 pounds a bag. So I'm a little bit nervous now, making sure I don't spill a single drop of this stuff. And we'll probably just put 1 pasture's worth of seed in at a time in case we screw something up. It is our first time around, so we'll see what happens. Filled that sucker up, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, here's what we're putting in. It's a Bahia mix, and here in South Carolina you want something that's really drought tolerant but is also very heat tolerant, so that's what we've got here. multi-plot seeder is ground driven, so there's no need for hydraulic or a PTO connection. This makes it a lot easier to hook up compared to many of our other implements. The spike drum, which spans the width of the planter, drives the seeder gears with a chain. Anywhere from 2.5 to 5 miles an hour speed is recommended. We ran at about 3 miles per hour and seemed to have good luck. Since we're planning on already existing pasture, we have the disc on its least aggressive setting. The disc angle can be adjusted for more aggressive ground preparation quite easily. A pin is removed along the top of the disc gang, and the disc gang angle is modified by pulling a lever. You'll want to keep some WD-40 on hand if you haven't adjusted the disc angle in a while. The seed coverage was very good. Since the unit is only as wide as a tractor, it took about 90 minutes per pasture to get the seed down. We found that the seeds were not covered with dirt by the following roller. We'll fix that over time. We ran our drag over the pasture afterward and the seed was easily covered. Thanks so much for watching our video.